All right, hi, this is Anakin, and welcome to Railway Empire 2 Campaign Mission Revisit, Chapter 4, Part 3. So we have set up this six-city cluster that is really a star distribution system coming out of Austin. And we have, let me double check this. We have a warehouse here. And we have, yes, a warehouse here. So we've got kind of a, well, let's rename them, in fact. Austin, we'll call this one the Austin Level 2 Warehouse. And we'll call this one, if I can click it, here we go, the Austin Level 1 Warehouse. Level 1 meaning the first set of things that you need to grow a city. And notice all the accumulation we have here. And this being the second level of things you need, the next set of items. And normally cloth would be in that first set, but we don't have cloth down this area. It's something we need to fix. Okay, so our goal is to keep all these cities growing and get them up to 80,000. But you can see we're doing great in here, and it figures the way this works. The items come. I don't know if I've talked about this before. If I'm repeating myself, forgive me. The items will come to the warehouse, to the station at the warehouse. Now the first items will go like lumber. Will go to the city itself. Then the next set would go to the closest city nearby, which in this case would be San Antonio, and it would keep bringing lumber in intended for San Antonio, and we would keep hauling lumber to San Antonio until we had San Antonio kind of satisfied till its internal storage was full. Then the next would go to Houston as the next closest, or to Corpus Christi. Probably Houston's would be the second one, Corpus Christi third, then Beaumont fourth, and Brownsville fifth. So it means it's very, very difficult to grow the ones on the far ends and keep them growing all the time. And there's several keys to that. One, of course, you have to have enough goods coming in, right? You have to have leveled up production and plenty of trains running on a timely schedule to get stuff to the warehouse. And you also have to be able to get them out. And I think right now is a good time for us to look at, see right here, this is our first one we did in San Antonio, right? It comes over here, crosses under that bridge, goes over here, and goes to the level 1 warehouse. Well, the problem is we need a lot of trains to keep up with this, right? We actually need a frequency. Well, let's look at that. If I've done this before, forgive me. I've lost track of what I've said and what I've thought to say. So if we look at this level 1 warehouse, we look at all the goods in it. See, we're starting to accumulate. See, there's 21 lumber for San Antonio. Now, why so much for San Antonio? Well, two reasons. One, it's trying to fulfill San Antonio's needs, right? Because it's the second closest city. We could probably look at Austin and see that it's fairly full of lumber. Yeah, see, it's got good storage of lumber. So the lumber that's coming in is really for San Antonio. Now, this is the beauty of the warehouse system, is that you can now use this to target another city with that lumber and without running a bunch of crazy lines to get over here. But the other side of that is we got to get this satisfied or it's not going to go out to any place else. And the thing about it here is we have a pretty good demand for lumber. Look at that, 7.6. So San Antonio needs 7.6 lumber every week, right? That's a lot of lumber, and its storage, it can store a lot of planks, which means it's just going to keep on making planks and needing planks, right? Look at this, there's 37 on the way. See, but 21 of them are in Austin. 16 are on trains coming here, and 21 are in Austin, and the ones coming here on trains may not even be on this line. They may be actually going to the warehouse. So let's just see. Let's see these trains from the level 1 warehouse. There's 2 on that one, and there's some on that. So you can see that even the ones that's telling us are on trains, some of those are here coming in. So we've got to have stronger delivery here to keep up with all this. So if we look at, wow, I hadn't really thought about this. See, it can't even keep up. 6.4 demand a week plus the demand of the city. 7.6. Wow. All right. So we need like 8 coming over for that. So let's call that an 8, and look at this warehouse again and think of it as, if we're going to San Antonio, you need a couple of these. You need 8 of those. That's 10. A couple of these is 12, 14, 16, 18. They've got a demand of 18. So 18 into 56 is 3. So we need to have a frequency of 3 on this line. If I could just click on a train. Okay, so we have 2 trains here. I imagine there's one is just hauling stuff, and the other one is prioritizing wood. So between them, they need to be a 3, and they really aren't that bad. I think if we just add, we're going to add a couple more trains though. We want to have enough to get that cleared out. No. 2 trains there. I want the second train on this one. Okay, so we'll have 4 trains. Now, the other thing we need to do is, it's fine to have a bunch of trains, but what if they're just stacking up here? So we need room for trains, right? So let's delete that track right there, and let's run it out. Come back here. Like this. We'll run it back, but we'll bring it out of a platform. Then why don't we set up, let's do 3. Let's do 2 might be enough, but let's do 3 to be safe. So let's go out and have a 3 wide platform out here, or switching system. There we go. All right, and then we'll have to reset our signals. All right, so now we should be hauling enough out of here to start looking at Austin, at the warehouse, and start getting that out of there. Get that out of there for San Antonio. That corn. What else is it? It's got one of those, none of those. Okay, so now we can start clearing that out, right? And do a better job, and that gives us the opportunity to get some of that lumber going for other places. So now if we look at the lumber demand for this whole little network here, we need 1, 2, 3. See, they have extra need too because of the tools. 2, 3, 4. Let's call it 4.5, 5, 12, 13, like 14. There's a demand of 14 now, and that would be a route of at least a 4 here. So our trains right here need to have at least a frequency of 4. Actually, we've got a couple of trains running. I'm going to throw another train on this because I love to spam trains, and we're going to make sure that we get enough lumber coming in there. All right, now, so we've got plenty of lumber coming in. We've got plenty of trains going to San Antonio to feed it, but can we feed the other cities with their basic needs, right? So when we looked at that, we had a huge need for San Antonio because of the planks, right? Now here, if we look at going to Houston, I want to get the warehouse again. If we look at going to Houston, Houston's going to need a couple of these, couple of these, couple of these, you know, when it's bigger. Let's call it 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 9. We call them all 1.5. That'd be 9, and an extra one because of the tool factory needs more lumber. So that's like a 10. So Houston is going to need like a demand of 10 coming out of this warehouse. All these things it needs to all the supply that it needs to carry over to Houston. So a 10 would be a route frequency of 5, which we probably are pretty good on. This one here, yeah, see, we've got 2 trains running, and that's pretty good. And 2 trains can go into one platform like this just fine. So we could probably leave Houston alone. It would be all right. San Antonio, I might have overkilled that with 3, but that's okay. I'd rather have too many than too few. Okay, so let's look at Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi has stalled out on us. Now, it needs extra sugar because of the... it needs more sugar. It needs a full sugar. And we're already counting as 1, so that's okay. We don't have to worry about the sugar just yet. All right, so let's go with... let's do the 1.5s again. That's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be a 9. We need a frequency of 6 going to Corpus Christi from there. So Corpus Christi has 2 trains going. Probably one's a specialty. Each one has a frequency of 10. The 2 of them would be 5. If we added 1 more train, we would be in fine shape in Corpus Christi. We'll be able to take stuff out of that warehouse timely. Brownsville now. Well, let's go in kind of proximity order. Next would be Beaumont. So Beaumont has this line here. It has 2 trains. This is the one coming from the grain. So it has 2 trains coming in there. And they have a frequency of 2 to 13, and we said 9, frequency of 6. 2 times 6 is 12. We need 1 more train on that one. There we go. Okay, so now we have enough trains coming out of level 1 to go to Beaumont. Now, Brownsville. Brownsville would have, it's just kind of would have a generic thing. That would be a 9, frequency of 6. Demand of 9, frequency of 6. I hope that makes sense to you. Frequency of 6. 2 times 6 is 12. We need at least another train, and I really think we need 2 more for that one. There we go. Now we've got enough trains for the level 1, but that's just level 1. There's also level 2 growth that we need to do. And by the way, I guess we should think about what are we supposed to be doing. Tools, growing Austin. Oh, gosh. The passengers and the coal. I hope we did start the coal, didn't we? Yes. Couldn't remember. We've got coal and iron going down here. We've got a steel mill in Austin. We will be creating steel. The thing I forgot, though, spend all that money on this, but it needs to be done. We've got to get out here, and we've got to get Arkansas, 385, at a minimum Tennessee, and would really like to get Mississippi, 406. So that's 406, 9. That's about just under $1 million, maybe 1.4 million. Our biggest bond could be 1.22 million. If we close these 2 and grew some, we could do another bond. Ouch, ouch. What are we making a week? 339. I think we're going to just... Oh my goodness. What are we going to do? I think we will... Yeah, let it run. We'll make some money. Could we get up there without this one? If we go Mississippi, we could skip Arkansas for the time being. Hadn't thought about that. Just pick up Mississippi, Dallas, Shreveport, Mississippi, up like that. That might not be bad. 418. Let's do that. Let's go to Mississippi for 418. We need to get to New Orleans anyway and start growing it as quickly as we can. All right, we'll pick up access to Mississippi, and then we'll go up here to Tennessee for 580. Putting the right business in Brownsville would help so much. Probably, yeah, just over 40. It's headed to the point. Do we have a dairy anywhere? We don't have a dairy. We could run like direct milk from up here into Brownsville, put a dairy there. Oh man, there's so many things we could do. I think the thing we will do is stick to this and get this access to Tennessee. Okay, now we need a station in Memphis. We won't worry about repairs just yet. Now let's see if we can get a line going down through here like this. We could possibly even just join this. Is it possible that would work? We came down like this and across. That wouldn't be bad. Okay. I mean, that's close enough to a straight line to get passengers. All right, we build that. And we'll give it for right now, we'll give it some faux double track. This will absolutely get double tracked eventually, because this is going to be how we get over to New Orleans with stuff, and that's going to be big coming up in this mission. But we're going to go over here now and come out of Dallas. Let's see. Let's just come out this way, I guess. Then come out like this. And like so. And get onto this track right here. How does that look? That's pushing the edge of the twice as long as the linear, but I think it's okay. And we really don't even need anything there. We'll need a little faux double track right here, just so we can get this merger going. So we can get train on and off the main line, which it's only on the main line for a brief moment. Now we want a line that goes for, these are, yeah, this is 60 passengers, okay. So we want a line that goes from Dallas to Memphis. And I think that's, I think that's all right. It's pushing it. We'll find out. Express. We'll run the fork no. And we're going to tell it to have a minimum of 3 wagons. And you guys know why. So we can make sure we get 60 people on board. And yeah, and let's watch this train. Where is it? It should be here. Oh, that's the other dude's train station. I thought I just built a line. What happened? Didn't I build a line to Memphis? I did not. Beautiful. Try this again. Dallas to Memphis. That's close. It's pushing it. Brooks Mogul. No. We'll do an express with the fork no. Oh, that definitely won't work. Okay, express. We're not going to haul any mail, and we're going to go max of 3. I don't know what I did before. And we'll confirm that. Okay. And then we'll watch it. Now, it's already got 40. All right, it's got 69. It's good. So we're just going to let it go. We're going to say no minimum and go. And off it goes. Okay. And as soon as it gets up here, that'll take care of that task. That will get this task done. We've already produced 9 steel. So now we're just trying to grow Austin. Okay. And what are you got? Oh, trains that complete tours without freight are perfectly okay right now. We just added a bunch of trains. It's going to take time. Like this is Brownsville. It's going to take time before we have stuff in here for Brownsville, right? It just is. That's a fact. And hopefully soon, because we want to get them growing. Now, we could think about milk or, we've got wool now. We could run wool down. I mean, we could even run it all the way to Brownsville. That would not be awful. Although I'd love to have wool right here in Beaumont. Which one are we using? That's right. We're using Beaumont for the beer. So this isn't a legit beer producer here. But we got clothing there. How are you? Ooh. They might hit 80. Okay. All right. All right. We have another little issue coming up here. Houston is making tools, as we can see. When Houston hits 85,000, it's going to start consuming those tools, right? But we want tools to go to Houston, up to Austin. We want Austin to hit 85,000 before Houston. And it's got a little higher satisfaction, but it's not going that much faster. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to knock down the immigration office and slow Houston down a little bit, because here's what's going to happen with this. Remember, we've played this before, and I've played around with this a bunch. I've told you I've finished this thing like 3 or 4 times, 2 or 3, whatever, a few times. And so one of the things that's going to happen is that this tool factory here will not level up. It's one of those that just sits there. I don't know if I'm fairly certain they program certain raw materials, certain industries, whatever, to not level up. And that owner is just going to sit there and stubbornly stay level 1. If Houston beats Austin to 85, or if Houston gets to 85 before Austin, that task of getting the 12 tools to Austin is finished, we won't finish. It'll just sit there because that guy won't level up, and Houston will consume all the tools that it produces. They won't go anywhere else, right? So we're going to slow Houston down by taking away the immigration office. Austin's already got a better satisfaction because it is the place we're taking the stuff, right? So hopefully we'll get it up to 85,000 first, get those tools out of there and delivered, and then after that they can have their immigration office back if they need it to get up to 80,000. But I don't think they will. I think they're going to get there anyway. All right. So yeah, that was an evil little move, but I think that'll help. Now the passengers will get that task done. We were almost done with our steel without having to upgrade. We could upgrade and do it a little bit faster, but we didn't want to spend the money on some other stuff. This one's done. Okay. I want to get these cities. I want these cities to grow. Brownsville. Okay, so I'm right back to, we've got that spot in Brownsville, and we've got this beer producer in Houston. I tell you, I'm really tempted. It's a long way, but I'm tempted to bring wool down here to a cloth industry, and that would really help Brownsville grow. It truly would, because it would be getting cloth first, And that would put it over the edge for the time being. And it'll probably do better now that we've got more trains. And I guess the other question is, how many trains did we run here? We ran 4. And we've got another thing to deal with coming up that I know's coming. I think we're going to have to upgrade this station right here. Let's just save a little money. Okay, let's let that train get out of there. And now, let's upgrade this station here. Cut that track off. Put it in here. And shoot, let's do it like we did San Antonio. We'll give it 3 platforms. Reset those signals. All right. What else do I want to do? Oh, yes. Textile industry. A weaving mill in Brownsville. Beautiful. Now, let's go over here to this cloth, this wool. In fact, let's put repairs in there, and let's go check our research. I've forgotten where we are on that. Yes, we've just gotten this and this. We're waiting on 300 to get this, so we want to go up here for 200. Okay, so we need 3 stars to do anything with research. And let's set up a line that's going to deliver wool. Actually, where are those 60 passengers? They're right here. Let's follow them. We'll follow these guys in till they finish. Then we're going to do some double tracking. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay. That finishes this task. I'm going to scrap that train for now. And we'll come back to that. Now what I want to do is double track this. So I want to get rid of the faux double track and make it a kind of a real double track. Shoot. Coming out of here like this. Ooh, I hope that'll fit right there. Come on, fit, baby, fit. Here. It was tight, but it made it. Okay. Then you can come down like this. And into there. And we'll come out. Like that. And we'll put in signals that go here and here. Take the signals off that track. Not that it matters. We got signals going down through here. Looking good. All right. Now, how are we going to get all the way to Brownsville? Well, I think we're going to come off here. Let's come off right here. Yeah, let's just go right up here. Let's go like this. Let's go right up here to this bypass. That didn't work. There we go. And come down here like this. Set signals. could even throw in a supply tower. Okay, now, what was that? That was the steels. The steel's done. So we just got to grow Austin. Houston's at 77, Austin 76 and 73%, and this one's at what percent? 63%. And they have an immigration office, so I should hope Austin will win. It's a race. If we have to, we'll shut Houston off. We'll shut off its supplies or something. I don't want to buy that tool factory, and I certainly don't want to upgrade it because it's going to compete with future tasks, okay? So we want to go down here like this. We're going to finally have a little bit of wool coming into our system here. 44 days. 6, 9. Wow, we need some trains. Start with 2. It's a shame not to have them bring something back. There. All right, that's going to be lovely. Now, that particular one, the demand for cloth is, look at this. It's like 6+. That's not even counting the clothing. So we need to upgrade this baby 2, 3. I'd say at least to a level 3. For it to help us at all, other than just helping Brownsville. Okay, it's a level 3. It'll produce 6.4 to start with. Now, huge thing we don't have. We need to look at our level 2 warehouse now, similar to the way we looked at level 1, and say, okay, well, what do you got coming in here, and where does it have to go? So we're now going to have cloth that has to come from Brownsville. The dresses will come from Beaumont. We've got vegetables hooked in and milk and fruit. The planks come from San Antonio. So if we think of these as 1 per city, you've got a demand of 6 for these items. Milk actually might even be a 2. It might be more like a 7. So 7 times 8 is 56. We would want a frequency of 8 for every city coming into that level 2 warehouse. So this guy here going to the level 2 warehouse, I'm sure he's fine. What in the world? Oh, that's the passenger line. Yeah, he's fine. All right, our freight line is, what did I say? We're going to add a train. Okay. Then we're going to go to Houston, going to the level 2 warehouse. Up here, that's the passenger train. This one right here, the freight train. And what did we say? We said, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 9. We want at least a 9 frequency, and I don't want to cut anything close. We'll have 2 trains there. Then Beaumont going to the level 2 warehouse. This guy, a 9, we need another train there. Okay. Corpus Christi going to the level 2 warehouse, comes out of here. Right there, we want a frequency of 9. Then we'll need another train. Okay, and then Brownsville has nothing. I can tell you that there's nothing going to that level 2 warehouse. That's one of the big flaws here. So we've expanded this. What I'd like to do is have them come out of this station and come up and maybe find a way to, take the bypass and then just kind of go over here. Now over here, these tracks are, this first track is the passenger line, and then these two are the freight. So what we're going to do is set up a line that comes off of this and kind of swings over to there. Whoops. To there. There. Stick, will you? Something like that. And that's like something like wrong. Try it again. Come in from the left side. It doesn't want to stick there. I push the left mouse button and nothing happens. From the left side to the left. Doesn't like. Let's take. There, that's better. Left side to the left. I didn't want that warning sign on there, but left to left, right to right. There. Man, it's acting out there. Stick. Stay. And give it signals. All right, now what we can do is run from here to here. And notice the route it takes. It goes up here, bypass, comes over to this line here, bypasses San Antonio, and goes into the freight line. This is going to be a freight. It's going to not take meat. And it's going to be 19 days. We said 9, so 3 trains will do it. There we go. Look at that. We're already sending cloth out, and Brownsville's already growing. Good deal. Now, what did the general do on this here? Okay, we got our 3 stars. And that. Okay. And how's our city growth rate going? There, we've hit our 85,000 here. And we're still at 80 here. Beautiful, beautiful. So, and 80 is good enough, so I'm not going to worry about the fact that it isn't growing. 80 is what we're targeting for these guys. This one's 80. That's beautiful. Corpus Christi is 80. That's beautiful. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I didn't click it. It's smaller. We need to make Corpus Christi grow. We'll work on that. We should have that now. We should have it fixed, because the more trains pull stuff out of here to go to the first 2 cities, the quicker stuff will be available for Corpus Christi. Plus, we're starting to get cloth up there, which is going to help all the cities. All right, so now what we should really, really focus on is getting to New Orleans and starting to grow it. And this thinking thing here has been in the way long enough. Let's make our next goal buying that 350 so we can blow it up. Because we have to grow New Orleans. And that's going to come up pretty soon. I wish we were already growing it. Okay, let's buy that and let's blow it up. And all that track, that's worth some money. And then we'll go over here and find the other end of it. So that had a train system that went from wood to wool. Very, very, very nicely done. All right, so let's start growing New Orleans. So we're going to do that by naturally hooking in Jackson first. That just makes perfect sense, doesn't it? And we'll go ahead and hook this up into the track we already have. Then we're going to come down this way. I think you could, and we'll go like this. Let's see how we're going to handle this village. Let's figure out our target, and then we'll figure out how to handle that Indian village. Or as one of you likes to say, Native American village, but it's definitely Indian in the game. Let's see. Here. Here. Double track that. Okay. And New Orleans is going to be busy, so we're going to make it, we're going to go ahead and make it a bigger station. Let's go ahead and make it a 4 wide. All right, and we'll put repairs down here. I would say she just stole some research from us. Put repairs in there. Okay. Now let's get some trains going Jackson to New Orleans, and that'll get cloth coming down here to New Orleans. We can run a couple of trains on that. There we go. Now we want to get, if we can get Alabama, there's meat over here, and we can have meat coming into New Orleans to help it grow. And how are we looking down here? We've got Brownsville's growing. Beaumont has stalled again. Yeah, Beaumont's the problem. Corpus Christi, what is your problem? And do we have enough trains running for the milk? No. No would be the answer. So the milk, it's going to have a demand of 6. That's a frequency of 9. We currently have a frequency of 24. We need like 4 trains running on that. Let's try to get 3 started. Try to get 4 started. Okay. How are we doing on this, by the way? Yeah, we're at 9 out of 12 now. Okay, good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. And how big are you? 91,000? You really don't need to grow anymore. You don't need to grow any faster. We need to save that, spread the wealth out to these other cities. Okay. Sorry, I don't even have a clue what I was about to do. All right, now let's stop right here. Ugh. one thing I forgot to do, I meant to do in advance, but you know, again, we moved through that pretty quickly. It's only September 1875. That's pretty quickly getting through that set. So we got to grow New Orleans, and we'll set up this. This will be easy. Express status line, Memphis North. We already have most of the track that we need for that. And then we'll set up how we're going to deliver the planks and steel to Beaumont and to New Orleans. We'll do all that in the next episode. In this one, we kind of focused on getting Brownsville growing again, having this whole thing working better. That was a big miss to not have enough milk coming in. I'm just curious now. We've got 2 of these. That's a frequency of 2. We need about a 6, 9, 18. That's good. Sorry for all the numbers. They all made sense to me. So this is good. This is probably good. We did the wood. It's good. The corn should be. Yeah, the corn should be fine. The fruit's a question. One thing, there's a distillery here. It wouldn't hurt us to have a direct line for the distillery, but on the other hand, if we can just get enough going the other way, which we probably don't have, we probably need 6 plus this. We probably need like a 12. That's a lot. So that fruit, he's leveled up once, so we just need to let him know that we can carry faster, right? So what did I say? 6 and 6, 12. About a 4. 4 times 2 would be 8. 4 times 3 would be 12. There we go. All right, so we'll run 3 trains on that and make that faster as well. And maybe. Oh. Yeah, no, I think we'll be all right with that. The fruit would have to come back on the line over here. So as long as he's pretty fast to this warehouse, he's only got 1 train. We're going to give him another train. Okay. All right, I'll stop. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe. And join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.